Papa Team 6, welcome to another episode of For the Dads. I hope the bills are paid.
Yeah.
I hope the trash is out. I hope your kids are thriving.
Yeah.
I hope you've had a little naughty time with wifey. This is a show for, how can we say this? The emotionally sophisticated cavemen that try and lead their families.
Yeah.
If you are tired right now, good.
Good.
That means you qualify for the episode.
Yeah.
We are operating on, again, this is for the dads
Yes.
that in your mind, if you're listening right now, again, half sleep. We're trying to operate, a lot of parents out there trying to operate on 4 hours of sleep at a time.
Yeah.
Off pure internal will.
Wifey's pumping every 3 hours.
Wifey's pumping every 3 hours. We build traditions on For the Dads. We talk traditions. We talk game. We talk stories. We're going to dive into stories, hacks, and comedy of raising little ones who negotiate like they're an adult and they pay bills. Newsflash, they don't.
Newsflash, they don't. And Will, are you an expert in fatherhood? Just wondering.
Zero. There's no chance I'm an expert in fatherhood. I try my hardest
Yeah.
to keep it together.
Yeah.
Recently, good since New Year's, real focus on at least 7 hours of sleep. Because my little ones sleep very well.
Yes, they do.
Yes,
they do.
I have no complaints.
Yeah.
I know there's parents that are struggling, that are working through bedtime routines, that are working through wake ups throughout the night. Now, hand up, Scottie does wake up every now and then. I don't hear it. My wife hears it.
She's got good hearing.
She's got good hearing.
Women have better hearing. We know this.
Yeah.
We know this.
The monitor is on her side of the bed.
Yeah.
But we're going to dive into all that stuff. If you are a member of Papa Team 6, welcome back to For the Dads. If you are a new dad or a new listener of this show, whether you're watching us on YouTube, whether you're listening on audio, Spotify, Apple, all the goodies out there for audio platforms, we are on all of them. So simply, if you want to join Papa Team 6, you want to join PT6 and be part of this military apparatus, just simply follow and subscribe on all of our channels. Leave comments throughout the episode. We love to feature a lot of comments in our episode. We engage with our community, engage with our audience. You can do so by leaving comments under the YouTube, leaving comments on Spotify, leaving comments on social media, and the big dog feature. If you call into 601 The Dads, that is our voicemail hotline, and we feature you on the show, we will send you merch. If you are international and you can't necessarily hit the hotline or the phone number and you want to write in an email, that is 601thedads@gmail.com. We are happy you're with us.
It sure is. Really quick note. Because this was DM'd to me. Do we send merch to people that we read their emails? Or do we keep that strictly the hotline?
What has it been?
It's been strictly the hotline.
Strictly hotline.
I had a DM from somebody who had their email read and they said, "Hey, I'm not looking for a handout. I'm not that guy." They prefaced very nicely. They said, just want to know.
Out of pure curiosity.
Pure curiosity.
Because I don't want to miss out on an opportunity if this happens to be the case.
You read my email. Does that mean I have some merch coming my way? And I truly throw this out to us. I throw it out to PT Sickos. I don't know the answer.
Is this my call?
You do own this company.
I do own
You're our
this company.
boss, but if you would like to hear what we have to say, I would say we could give you opinions and then you make the call. It's really up to what you want to do at the end of the day. But I mean, we have thoughts.
Throw the thoughts at me.
Thought would be that if we gear it towards something we've always teased, like dad of the month or dad of something, if we aim an email towards that, I think we can do it. I think the way we read emails now are just kind of like part of the show and fun. And it isn't as intense as calling in. I think if we gear it towards something, they should get a little something. The way it reads right now, I'd say it sticks to phone calls, but that's just my opinion.
I like that opinion.
What's your thought, Chef?
I vote a hat.
He votes a hat.
Oh, Captain of Seaman Team 6. He says, I vote
Six.
that.
He votes hat. My vote is to keep it Collins. And then if we did some kind of, best email of the month or whatever, like the email would get merch then, like one a month.
Okay.
That would be, I would lean towards Derek, but love Chef Skull if it should be a hat. I think they should get a hat. By God.
Look, this is not a dictatorship. I like to listen to my guys. So, Chef, you're saying emails get a hat?
Yeah, I think that Collins still, I think emails are great. We read a couple emails a day. I think a hat is a very good reward for sharing, taking the time to write to us and, whatever it is. I think
Chef drives home a very good point. Oh, Derek.
May I counter?
Just know Seaman Team 6 leader Chef is positioned for the people right now.
He's
No. There's one parameter I just want to bring up to the group. That is how we tell international people to contact us. We cannot ship internationally currently. I think there's a workaround. I have been operating under the pretense that we aren't able to get them. That's why we tell them to email. So if that is incorrect, then I would say let's go for it. Also, everyone does have the opportunity to go to bwtv.com right now and buy their own shirt and hat. So you all have won the opportunity to go to the store and get a shirt and hat that you purchase as well.
Can I call it a parlay? Can I make a parlay?
Make a parlay.
The international emails that we do get me super fucking juiced. We should send a hat to every single international email that we get. Because not all these are international. But those international sickos that do take the time to write an email, we should send them a hat. That's cool.
I do want to, I just thought about this and I'm in for the hat. But the only problem is I'm pretty sure if I'm correct culturally.
Yeah.
Hats, baseball cap hats, not a big thing over in Europe. I guess depending on where you're going.
A lot of countries out there, a lot of continents.
I know we get a lot of people from England. I know we get a lot, from our friends of the United Kingdom. From what I understand, if I'm wrong on this, they kind of shit on baseball caps.
Okay, so we go Kangol for UK. Visors, Kangles.
We should work something out. Well, I'm picturing a fame. I'm picturing whether it's a Milk Team Sixer or a Papa Team Sixer, just over the pond, across the pond. They're trying to get their kid down. They're up in the middle of the night. Like, let me just listen to the boys. Let me listen to the dads right now. Maybe laugh a couple times, but just hear some voices in my ear and get me through this night. They're in hell.
Yeah.
They're in hell and they're grinding, especially if you're a new parent. Even if you got little toddlers, like they're batshit crazy at times. And they're dealing with this and that, and they want to come on before the dads and enjoy a little escape. And we're sitting here talking, should they get, if they take the time to write into our brand, should they get a little something? There is no handouts. There's no we're entitled to this. But us knowing the time that they are taking, knowing what's around their environment.
What do you think, Willie C? What are you thinking?
Reward them with a hat or an item or a product. Like, again, Chef, we'll go to you. Make sure to read the comments. People that are international saying like, hey, I actually love a nice little ball cap.
Yeah. Please let me know. I might be just whiffing on that.
I like a baseball cap.
I'll take this responsibility very seriously. Just so I want you to know.
Yeah.
So you guys,
again, you gotta put yourself in the mind of these boys over there. Maybe they're throwing in the wired headphones or the wireless headphones at night. Wife just told them, no, I want to get some sleep tonight. Take care of yourself. And he just rolls over and throws it in like, let me just listen to Papa Team 6 right now. Maybe have some words of encouragement.
No tea or crumpets. They're locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do that.
One more thing, Derek.
It almost sounds like we should develop a piece of merchandise specifically for the call-ins and emailers. Something along the lines of, this is not the idea, but no bad ideas.
Listen, this is where I start to put on the brake.
Well,
you did this. Let's slow it down before we get out. Yeah, but before we get out over our skis and start saying we're going to create a new product. So we already struggle with creating new products.
We're peacocks. You got to let us fly. This is what we do.
You can't say go horse and then come back here horse. The horse is out. Horse out of the stable, Willie. Come back here, horse.
Hey, we're going over 2 hours. I got a feeling.
We gotta keep it under an hour. And I saw people last time when we did the episode right before Christmas, because I was dead set. Guys, we got to keep this one tight. We got to keep it right. I got to get back to the chaos.
Yeah.
The flu taking over my house.
Yeah.
And I just saw the comments having fun with Willie boy. He wasn't able to keep it under an hour. The show never can.
Show never can. First time in 2 weeks, by the way, that we're here on the set.
It's been a while. We had a good break. I know when we all came back into the shop, it was fun seeing all the boys kind of embrace each other. Derek's been gone for a hot minute. Ever seeing everybody catch up with their new Christmas gear, you know I'm a big Christmas gear. I love if I get some clothes for Christmas, I want to rock it. Yes. My wife usually gets me something nice. I love this. Like, let me go wear it everywhere I possibly can. And ask people, hey, I got this for Christmas. Did you want to throw me a compliment? You want to dish a compliment my way?
Yeah.
But dude, let's dive in. I know we got a lot of stuff that we took notes on for the docket because after having these 2 weeks off, it's like, hey, what's happened in our lives?
Yep.
We can recap Christmas. I know we got Scarlett. She's been starting solids.
Boom.
Scottie swinging at Rue. She's throwing punches at Rue at the moment as a 1-year-old.
There you go.
Oh, we got Sherm. He's getting a first babysitter.
Come on.
Facebook comment to Jill.
Crazy shit.
We get to touch the Facebook comment to Jill.
Oh yeah. Crazy shit being thrown Jill's way on Facebook.
Yeah. My wife had a birthday on December 28th. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Happy belated birthday, sweetheart. We love you.
Be belated.
Milk Team 6 captain. Yeah, and we're in the New Year's.
And we're in the New Year's.
So where do we want to start? Do we start with some shout outs that people have given us?
I think there's only one way to start, and it's with some shout outs.
I see here's some new dad comments. So guys, we're just welcoming again Papa Team 6 members. When you graduate from Buds training, you become a Papa Team 6, you become a PT Sixer for life, a PT Sicko. This is from Seth Burrows on Spotify. Hey boys, wife water broke while I was at work an hour away from home. Good. Babies possibly coming 8 weeks early. Good.
Oh, that's ideal.
Ready to earn my couch badge. Good. Send T's and P's. PT6 out. Already one up Sherm. Sherm never slept on a couch.
Hey, already.
That was in the comment.
Hey, but he put that in there.
He put that in. He said, "Fuck Sherm. Sherm didn't sleep on a couch. He's not a real dog."
That slimy fuck. I will say, Chair Force One for those out there. If you know, you know. Chair Force One's kind of where it's at. This one comes from Jovers with 3 R's on Instagram. This is a Milk Team Sixer. She said, I used to despise bussing with the boys. Every car drive with Matthew and Hugo was accompanied by an episode after episode after episode of bussing. But Will Compton has quickly become one of my absolute favorite people because of For the Dads and getting to see a different side of him and the Shermmeister. Now, every single morning, I wake up and Bustin' with the Boys locker room, and For the Dads is like our version of the morning news in the house. I have a different kind of respect for them, especially when they go out of their way to do something for the boys in the back of the bus. So this bonus shit is absolutely dope. All caps dope.
That was someone's Instagram story that they shared the Bussin' recap video. So she posted that to her story. So that was part one. So we reached out and basically just thanked her for that. So Sherm, that was like, she just posted that to the world. That wasn't even to us.
So then Derek followed up and said, that was an amazing note. Thank you so much for giving the dads a chance. We hope to never disappoint. She replied back, my husband and I are expecting our first baby boy in March. So this pod came around right in time for us to prepare for parent life. You guys got a pod that speaks to everyone. We love y'all and all the work that you do. Thanks for sharing all the best, worst, and everything in between. Happy 2026 to all 4 of y'all who keep this pod absolutely crushing.
Let's go.
That comes from Jovers on Instagram.
Shout out Jovers on Instagram. That fires me up. You can never... What's the word I'm looking for?
Underestimate.
No. Come on, brain.
Cease to amaze.
I don't know. You can never sleep on being able to win over a female audience member.
Yeah.
Somebody that kind of despised Bustin' with the Boys, hearing the obnoxiousness that comes out of our mouths at times, tuning in to For the Dads.
This is the stuff my husband listens to.
Yeah. Ugh. God, he wants to listen to Bustin' with the Boys again.
Ugh.
And what a power dynamic right there, knowing that he's picking the pod. I think that needs to shift a little bit. I'm kind of in favor for the Milk Team Sixer here.
I am too. Sounds like he's got control of the sticks every drive.
Yeah.
I do have a quick petition, very, very quick. No more 2026 business. It's just 26.
Okay.
That's my new thing for this year. I'm going to try and start it for the rest of the world.
Roaring 20s.
Hey, we're in the roaring 20s, baby. Welcome to 26.
Welcome to 26.
It's easier. It's nicer. Boom.
I got one here from Ron Holmes on Spotify. Again, you can leave comments on Spotify. The video is up on Spotify. Do go to our For the Dads channel on Spotify because you will get audio or auto ad free. Listen, you'll get an audio.
There's no ads on our Spotify channel on For the Dads.
There's no automated ads.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Oh, buddy, I'm telling you, I got to get checked out. It's the Kenny Minchie stuff in Nebraska, this transfer portal. There's no honor and integrity in the system anymore.
These damn kids.
Yeah, these damn kids, bro. Ron Holmes, hey boys, excited for the PT6 merch my wife got me for Christmas and can't wait to rock it. Leaving the hospital when our baby is born in June. Congratulations to you both, Ron and Mrs. Holmes. Got a question. When y'all's wives were pregnant, was their sarcasm escalated? Big time. The other day I came in from walking the dog and said, hey, you know what I was just thinking about? She responded with what? What was your one brain cell thinking about, Ron?
Oh my God.
And then proceeded to die laughing and almost peed her pants. Almost hit her with an RKO out of nowhere. Laughing emoji.
Hey,
that's just a good sense of humor from a Milk Team Sixer.
Milk Team Sixers got some game.
Tell me, Ron, what was your one brain cell thinking about as you were outside?
And the fact that she almost peed her pants too, that's cherry on top. That's when you know she's killing.
She starts to laugh, pee her pants. Oh my God. Get the fuck out of here, Ron. Tell me what you were thinking about, Ron. Do you see me being pregnant right now? I can't wait to hear what you're going through.
My buddy, I was on the phone this week and his pregnant wife was in the background. We were talking about their pregnancy and she was chirping him. I could hear him in the background. She was giggling at her own chirps. And what's she saying? She's saying some shit. I go, hey, buddy, just listen. As soon as that baby comes out, it's like times 2. It's going to keep coming.
Oh, it's always going to keep coming. You
just got to lock in.
Always going to keep coming.
I got some new dad comments. This one comes from T-Strick8927 on X. Hey boys, new listener with a 3-year-old and another on the way. Literally in the trenches and grinding out the episodes. Got a friend who's currently waiting on D-Day, which will be next week, and is terrified. I quickly shared PT6 with them and trying to build him by listening to you guys and sharing what I can. Just wanted to say that I appreciate you boys and forever along for the ride. T-Strick, shout out you, but shout out your friend. That it sounds like that would be this week is D-Day's here. Delivery day's here. You got this, brother.
Yeah.
If you're listening right now, lock in.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Got your 3. Is what the other one's 3, right?
Other one's 3.
We would encourage, go back and listen to some couple old episodes, spotting episodes where we talk about things to do when you're bringing a new one into the family, some tricks, some hacks out there. Allow the little one, allow your 3-year-old to come in. Maybe mom is not holding the baby, so the little one still knows, hey, mama's mine.
Yes.
And we're getting introduced to the baby. Oh, this is my baby brother. This is my baby sister. Another great tip out there that we've used is having the baby gift a toy or a present to the older sibling. Let them know, like, hey, they were thinking about you on the way home. Got you a little toy. We got you a little present from the newborn.
I love that dad hack. I believe it's episode 6 when Scarlett was born. And that's where you talked a lot about your delivery day stuff as well.
Yeah.
It's like episode 5 or 6. Go take a lesson of that because you did a lot of preaching and teaching to me of like getting the right mindset going into the delivery room. And it helped me a ton. Like it really did. It was a good little pregame.
There's always hacks that come in too that people write in on things that they're preparing to do. Remember the one that the guy that wrote in and talked about they got the whole like lay of the hospital before they went in the week of.
They scouted out the parking garage.
Scouted the territory.
Yes. And cannot reiterate that point enough because here at Vandy Children's, we had a great experience at Vandy Children's, but the usual parking garage that you park in was closed, unbeknownst to us.
Right.
So that there will be little things like that. An elevator will be out of service. You're going to have to find the security guard. You're going to ask them where the triage is at. Get that stuff dialed.
Yeah. Birth plan's ready to go, but don't be so attached to it because nothing will go according to plan. That's okay.
That's okay.
Also, last shout out. The big dog here, director of ops, director of digital, Jeremy Klump.
Oh.
They are having another kid. They're having number 3. So big shout out to Jeremy Klump.
Yes.
Growing his Papa Team 6 family.
We actually have a fabulous feature of Jeremy Klump on this episode. He'll be our call-in this week.
Oh, yeah? No shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-parter.
Okay.
He found himself in some serious shit.
So 5 different voicemails?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is correct. We'll keep it under an hour.
We'll keep it under an hour.
Don't worry about that.
Guys, everybody just buckle up. We will keep this one under an hour for you guys. Wherever you're headed, wherever you're tuning in at, we will keep this one tight.
Will, this is my last comment. And I'll go ahead and read it. KCass82 on X. What up, boys? Day 1 listener, first time writing in. And boys, do I have a story for you guys. Also, shout out Chef Derek, Fatty Staffy, and Willie One Book. Fellow PT6 are here. A twin dad of 2 boys. Good. Every day is controlled chaos. Dad does bath time, and I had the boys in the tub. As I have one baby out drying and getting him dressed, I hear a grunt. I turn and see the second guy playing with the toy. I assume he was frustrated with the toy. I'm about to finish the first guy up, and I hear another grunt. As I turn around, my boy is standing in a slightly hunched over position to drop an absolute missile. Before I could get up to get him, out drops the log. It's half the size of his leg, right in the water. Good. I scream for mom in a full panic, and she walks into the bathroom with a baby dressed, a baby suspended in midair, and a brown snake in the tub. Of course, she says, Dad has to fish it out, and I grabbed a plastic bag to wrangle that sucker out. Good. To some, this is a crazy scenario, but to me, this is a regular Friday night. I love the pod. I never miss an episode. The knowledge you boys drop weekly has helped me grow as a father, so thank you both, and I hope y'all know how great of dads you both are. But thank you, dude. P.S. Tried Apple Crisp Lollipop today for the first time, and I have to say, I'm now a fan. Merry Crimbus.
That's a great write-in.
Yeah, great write-in. That came from KCass on X. That was actually a DM on X.
That's a great write-in.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. And dropping a missile in the tub, that's all time. And shout out to him. The twins game, we've talked about it. That's a...
Oof.
But he knows nothing different. To him, that's his chaos.
Yeah.
It's like anytime I'm bathing both Scottie and Rue, and then I'll get Scottie, I'll wash her, get her quickly going because Rue wants to stay in the tub and play and everything else. But it is no easy task when you're trying to go and get the little one dressed while the other one's in the tub. They might be screaming for you to help them with something. Couldn't imagine walking in and Rue's just hunched over, like just locked with me dead in the eye, just knowing she's dropping a fat one.
Bane made a great point in The Dark Knight Rises when he talked about being born in the darkness. You know nothing different.
Yeah, knows nothing different.
When you're born in the trenches. So we shout you out, KCass. Thank you for the write-in. That was legendary.
Yeah, you said that was a DM on X?
On X, yeah.
I love it, man. Community's growing.
Will, I have some dad losses. I have some in the trenches. You know I have a crack a cold one. Where would you like to start?
I want to hear about the losses.
You want to hear about my loss?
Yeah. Would love to hear the trench warfare you've been involved in over the last couple of weeks.
Okay, cool. My dad loss. I had a conversation with a friend, and this was more of a dad loss of like, Sherman, have you not thought of this? So this is my minor dad loss. Why do I not have my own diaper bag? Why do I share a diaper bag with Jill? Why do I not have my own souped up, cool looking, dad looking diaper bag?
What was your conclusion? What'd you come to? Because I'm sitting here thinking I share a diaper bag.
You share a diaper bag too?
Like I don't have my own.
He's got a baby on the way, my friend, and he's like, yeah, dude, I'm on Nike right now. I'm looking at these diaper bags for dads. They're freaking sick. I'm like, yo, I kind of want to look at that. Check out the link. And the Nike diaper bags are like legit. I'm like, I could be toting that thing around. That would look sick. And wifey's like, hey, did you forget to put the diaper bag back in is the diaper bag in your car? No more of that anymore because now we both have our own diaper bags. I got my bag, you got your bag.
It's You got to bring the diaper bag in no matter what.
Oh,
because you got to refill it.
For sure. But
you got to hit the pit stop.
But if I forgot my diaper bag in my car, that's not going to affect
But
Jill
what are you
not
doing? Are
having
you
hers.
and Jill, when you're taking Scarlett out, are you both wearing diaper bags?
No.
And I'm thinking space in the mudroom, wherever you put your diaper bags. You're just going to take up some more space with a couple diaper bags and be like, which one we choosing today?
Yeah, that's true. But when I go solo, I'm going to feel that much better that I got my diaper bag that I packed.
I just feel like that diaper bag's going to collect dust in the closet.
Really?
That's my opinion.
So is the new dad loss that I even brought up this idea on the pod? Is that a new dad loss?
I think a lot of dads out there, unless they're into having like they're the ones picking the diaper bag. I think a lot of dads sitting out there listening right now would just think like, yeah, usually wife's got the diaper bag in check. It's about getting the diaper bag ready.
Yeah,
because I know for me in my role, Willie One Shelf, I would misplace or lose my diaper bag eventually.
Yeah. And it's a matter of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like Jill and I are on a one diaper bag system too. And I just kind of use the like, hey, did you bring the diaper bag back in as an example? Like Jill's on top of the diaper bag stuff.
Yeah. Because, yeah. We're able to fit the snacks and everything into one diaper bag. Because when Scottie was a newborn, we would have a separate little diaper bag for Scottie. Like we would go on trips or something like that.
Yeah.
But as far as everyday use, just share the diaper bag.
Well, then my new dad loss is that I'm overthinking diaper bags. Okay. Second dad loss. This one's the more major one. I'm terrible at feeding Scarlett solids. I can't feed her solids worth a damn. She started solids this week. We're steaming like veggies. We're making our own baby food essentially.
Yeah.
Jill is so good at feeding Scarlett. I'll provide Chef with some video that just popped up on the screen. Scarlett's like grabbing the spoon herself and bringing it to her mouth. When mom's doing it, she's eating. She's an eater. And then whenever dad is doing it solo on nights where Jill's working late and I'm doing solids, I can't get her to do a thing. She won't eat.
What do you think the issue is?
Me?
Like, are you like, is it you lose focus?
No. Oh, I'm dialed in because I'm so in my head.
Is she grabbing the sides with her hand?
She's not focused. That like I couldn't be more focused. She couldn't give two fucks. But then when Mama's is there and I'm doing all the same stuff that Jill does. Oh my goodness, Scarlett. Oh, it's a sweet potato. Look. And, doing and slapping it on, letting her play with it with her hands, get a feel for that. Pick it, getting the spoon, putting the spoon by her mouth. She's not even, she's just like, I got TV off, all like there's no distractions going on. I take all the toys, the squeaky toys out of the dog's mouth because sometimes that distracts Scarlett while she's trying to eat. I am setting the stage for what you would think is a premier eating. And I can't get her to take a bite, dude.
Does it end up in you just feeding her?
Yeah, but even then she's like, kind of like, And I'm like, well, did dad microwave it too long? Does it need to cool down? And I'm putting it on the little thing and I'm mixing it around and, kind of finger testing it, putting my finger on it to be like, is it too hot? Like, what's going on? Jill's like, just room temperature. It doesn't need to be hot. I'm like, I know that. I don't want to burn her mouth.
She ain't messing with dad.
She is not messing with dad.
Maybe she's not hungry at that time.
I don't know, dude. If you saw the way that she was going at it.
I know.
Jill.
I'm picturing routine. I'm picturing all the things that I think that if Scarlett's not eating, usually it gets to like, say you don't want to take all the patience in the world to having them figure out eating and then you just start feeding them.
Yeah.
Which is what I would get into.
Yeah.
And then they just want you to feed them.
Yeah. And she wasn't even doing that. It was just getting all over her mouth. She's not opening her mouth at all. But I'll tell you what, she loves the water bottle.
Yeah, it's always fun seeing them experience the water bottle for the first time. Scottie will grab that thing and just be like, 2 hands.
She's a fiend for the water.
Yeah.
To the point where she fills her stomach up with so much water that she's starting to spit it out. She's like drinking it and then just instantly spit it out. But then we'll look at you and start going, for it again. You're like, you're not going to drink it.
You ain't even drinking, bro. You're spitting it out. Scottie would do the same. She'd put it in her mouth and just sit there and look at you and it would just run out the side of her mouth like into the little bib thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she, And then she wants Nana, which is llama.
Okay.
Nana. Wants the llama to sit there and watch her eat.
Good.
I say, here's llama. You can't touch llama. Your hands are dirty. I just always know when Scottie's done eating because she'll just start throwing the food off of the. She'll start throwing the food off the plate.
Yeah, that's Scarlett's on the same, and that's where she started when I was feeding her.
So did you get her
and
fed?
that's where
Did you
she
get her
ended.
fed? Did you get her fed?
Yeah, with Baba. Gave her Baba. Took
Some
down,
milk.
Yeah, some milk. Took down 7 ounces. She was hungry, obviously.
Was this right before bedtime?
Yeah.
Get her put to bed?
Oh, yeah, but everything went great.
You come downstairs, you clean the steamer? You clean the dishes? You set everything up for success for when mom comes home to a clean house?
I forgot that I texted him that.
Clean counters?
I forgot that I texted you that.
The wifey coming home, sweetheart, you killed it.
Willie, one shelf, I have to admit to something, to PT Sickos and to the boys here on the set. I didn't clean the dishes or the steamer. You know, I brought home lunch. I bought dinner for the fam. Put baby Scarlett to bed, fed her.
This is this night that we're talking about.
Yeah. You know,
So brought dinner home. You got dinner home for the fam. So
And
when Jill
and
comes,
lunch.
so when Jill and lunch.
And lunch.
So when Jill comes home, she has a hot meal.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice little hot meal.
Yeah.
What did I get for it? It was something good.
But again, we're talking Papa Team 6 standard right here.
Yeah. And
Bring in the late lunch. Got
yeah.
the dinner. Got the baby fed.
Well, and Will, I checked out on the couch too. I checked out on the couch.
When did you check out on the couch?
That was right when I got home, when I brought lunch home. Ate a nice little lunch. I checked out on the couch.
You had the audacity to walk home.
Yes, sir.
To walk inside.
Yes, sir.
After work.
After work.
What day was this?
Friday.
On a Friday.
Yeah.
And when mom's home taking care of kiddo,
Yeah.
you walk in, hey, brought in some lunch.
Yeah.
And then walk to the couch and sit down.
Yeah. Sure did. And that morning, woke up at 5 a.m. to go dove hunting. Guess how many dove I saw? 0. Guess how many times I almost shit my pants? I had to shit in the woods and wipe with Clorox wipes. that was one time. Did that one time on that hunt. Great day. Friday was a great day. It's a good day.
Why'd you check out and sit on the couch when you got home? So learning lessons for the men out there.
Hey, learning. Okay.
Wifey nudging hubby right now saying, you do the same shit.
I'll get into it. I'll get into it because I think this is a good learning lesson. I was so happy that I got up and dove hunted that morning. I truly was.
Filled your own soul.
Yes. And Jill loved that I got up and went dove hunting. She was like, do not worry about waking up and getting Scarlett. I got it. I want you to go do something that fills Sherm's cup up. I want you to go have a morning, blah, blah, blah. And then, after a successful day of dove hunting and of work, I came home, and instead of going, I'm exhausted and I really want to check out, I didn't have that conversation with myself going into the house, which that often honestly kind of helps me when I am like extra exhausted. I will take that moment. We had a great ride in from a guy that said in his truck, he just likes to like take a little moment. Did not do that. Certainly did not. I 100% checked out. Screen time's a big thing and I'm not even making it a New Year's resolution. That's like a goal. Like that's like just a relationship goal with me and Jill is screen time. Have to eliminate screen time.
So you checked out on the couch and got on your phone.
Oh, big time. Big time. And then, it was a good day. It was a great day. But then with dinner, I told her I'd do the dishes. I did not do those dishes.
For everybody listening, he came home, he checked out.
Yeah.
Mom's got the kid. He came home and he checked out because he was exhausted.
Yeah.
Got on his phone. But
Got
hey,
on
all
my phone.
good. You brought in lunch.
Brought in lunch and dinner.
You get dinner taken care of. Sweetheart, go work, go do your thing.
Yeah, do your thing.
When you come home, you're going to have dinner. I'll have the house taken care of. So already a slip up with the checking out. Like, hey, what are we doing? Why are you on the... I'd love to check out too. What do you want me to do while you're on the couch? Rub your feet?
Yeah. Great reply to my text. Will had a great reply. I said, yeah, she was a little upset. I checked out on the couch today. He said, damn, crazy she didn't start rubbing your feet. Didn't get the hint. Hey, Papa Sherm's a little tie-tie. He's a little sleepy boy. You mind while you're cradling Scarlett, playing with her, you mind rubbing my feet, man?
Yeah, you mind doing the little piggies with me? Tickle my feet a little bit.
You want to read me a bedtime story?
Yeah. Let me be comfortable while you take care of everything else.
And while you're making warm milk for the 6-month-old, you might make me a glass. That actually sounds kind of nice. I might want one of those.
You know what? I'm just gonna punt on dinner tonight. When you get home, you mind throwing in a frozen pizza for me? So she comes home.
We still got those dumplings, babe.
Yeah, Jillybean comes home. She got dinner.
Yeah. I got dinner.
But this is, she got her dinner from Papa Sherm.
Yeah.
But kitchen's a mess.
Kitchen's a mess. Didn't clean the steamer. I'm laying in bed, feet kicked up.
Oh, so she comes home, you're laying in bed, feet kicked up.
No, it's more so like she was home this entire time. She had Friday off. So like she's been home the whole day.
Okay, I imagine she was at work. You was doing your thing.
No, she's been home all day. I checked out. Dinner, bath time, all that stuff. Hey, honey, after we fed Scarlett, I'll do everything like bath time, tucking in Scarlett, as long as you get the dishes and like Scarlett's high chair super cleaned up, which that's a actual task because we put some olive oil like in the baby food. So we're not just talking about baby food everywhere. We're talking about greasy olive oil baby food everywhere. Like you got to get the, what's that scrub I gave you?
Scrub Daddy.
Scrub Daddy. You got to get the some kind of sponge or Scrub Daddy on it. I could not tell you what made me not do the dishes. I'm being so serious. Like it was not a definitive choice of not doing the dishes, but I did maybe 25% of my tasks that needed to be done. Fed the dogs, walked them, and kind of just went like, I killed it. Killed it. Get in bed. And I'm sitting there in bed. I'm watching the remake of Naked Gun. Laughing my ass off.
I watched that last night.
I'm loving it.
Really good.
Sitting there, I'm like,
You picture Jill coming up the stairs. Or are you downstairs or upstairs?
Downstairs.
Jill just walking in the room and hearing Sherm's, his laugh that he has, his giggle.
Liam Neeson's just splitting me. I'm dying. And Jill goes, oh, love that you're ready for bed. Love how comfy you look. Because, now, I guess I'm your personal maid now, which I'm fine with. Because now I get to put our daughter to bed, which you had no part in. And I get to clean all the dishes too, which is what you specifically told me that you were going to do. But no, hey, it's fine. You go ahead. You just lay down. You go night-night. And I'd swipe up on my, because I'm watching on the phone. I swipe up on Peacock. I'm like, here we go. I sat there silent for probably 20 minutes as Jill waxed poetically. We got it figured out. But Will texted me, hey, PUBG tonight? Or no, it was the next day. Hey, you good? It's like,
because our chat to PUBG's going off, and Sherm, you don't hear anything out of Sherm.
Well, and when I get a text from Will, usually it's like something to do with social media. So my initial was like, you good? I was like, what is he referring to? And checked my socials. I was like, I haven't posted anything today. And then
I said, you good? Then send him a screenshot.
And then you sent me the screenshot
of our group chat that plays video games at night. Because this was on like New Year's, right?
It was Friday.
Yeah.
Whatever Friday was.
Yeah, whatever Friday was. And I'm like, you good? He said, sir, yes, sir. And I just sent him a screenshot of us like getting a dinner or a chicken dinner or playing the game. And I was like, men died last night. And you were
Men died last night.
That was
the text.
And you were nowhere to be seen. You were nowhere to be found.
And my reply was, we got to get the screenshots to make this story so much better. But I sent something back like, oh, dude, it wasn't going down last night. I can promise you that. Last thing Sherman Young is doing on that Friday night is getting on PUBG.
Yeah.
That would have been a death sentence.
Yeah. The Friday was like my first day of normal that felt like normal routine.
Yeah.
Not freedom, but getting out of the trenches of what happened during the week of Christmas, because we shot our episode on which day? Was it Monday or Tuesday?
It was Tuesday.
Yeah, it was Tuesday. So
Tuesday.
December 23rd.
Yeah.
And on that episode, I was talking about how, a couple of them are feeling better. We might be on the other side of it.
Yeah.
It continued. It actually ramped up again because Rue ended up catching an ear infection on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So on Christmas Eve, Charles was down and out, still in bed. She wasn't feeling good. She was running a temperature again, or she was running a fever again. I think like 102.
Chara was?
Chara was, yeah. Because Chara had the flu too.
She relapsed on the flu as well?
But she just didn't get it all. Yeah, she didn't like get it all the way down. Because once she starts feeling better with whatever medicine we use, it's like the moment we kind of start feeling better, we kind of get off of whatever medicine is. But Charles was still down and out in the morning on Christmas Eve. That morning, Scottie had a bad night, and she was still running a fever. And then Rue's fever ramped back up. Like Rue's was down on Tuesday, and then it caught back up again on Wednesday morning. She wasn't feeling good, and she was running on 103. And we're kind of like, God, what is going on? Like, when are we going to get out of this? Because Rue's fever started on Saturday, and now it's Wednesday. It's ramped back up again. Scottie had it on Monday. Was kind of still getting through the flu. She was very congested, having those fever. Was I talking about the fever jumps on the last episode?
No.
Okay, so that night, Scottie's temperature was at 103, 104. And the poor girl, bro.
That's pretty high.
Yeah, because when it's 105 plus for kids, that's when it's like urgent care, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So we hate it because we're giving her medicine. Like Scottie was fortunately taking the syringe, taking the medicine. Rue, you had to negotiate every time. You had to get orange juice involved. She would argue with you. Like, sweetheart, I'm telling you, you don't want to get to the spot where I'm holding you down and we're forcing this medicine in your mouth.
Because you're taking it.
I'm like, and every time you take it, you feel better. And then we relapse, we don't take it because you tell us you're feeling better. And then you wake up the next morning and you got the fever again. Like, you've got to stay on the schedule of taking the kids' ibuprofen and whatever else it is. I reached out to you one night, you and Jill. You guys were helpful.
Yeah.
Jill being a nurse. But Scottie, the poor girl, bro, she was running 103, 104, and she would have these fever jumps, which is essentially like, think of yourself in a nightmare and you just jump up and your body shakes like hard. She would get comfortable and fall asleep in my arms when I was putting her down for bedtime on this was Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And she would like start to fall asleep, like just be on the surface level, get in the what is it? Not the REM, but get in her first like stage of sleeping.
Yeah.
She'd start to doze off and she would jump and her eyes would pop open and she'd just start crying because it's like she's freaking herself out. But once she made eye contact with you and you let her know we're safe, hey, it's okay. But she was hitting these fever jumps, bro. That night on Tuesday, she probably woke up. She usually goes down for bedtime at 7. She probably woke up 9 times before 11 p.m.
Oh my God.
Before 11 p.m. And she would just like jump and, once it went for a while enough to where I could put her down in the crib, she'd be asleep in the crib. Yeah. And I would just hope for the best. And then probably 5 minutes later, I'd be looking at her on the monitor. She'd hit a jolt and like, looking around. She's freaking out. She's probably scared when that's happening.
Yes, and 9 times before 11 o'clock, that means she's waking up. She's not getting the sleep that she needs, which then if you have a deliriously tired toddler, then it starts getting even worse.
And then they get congested. So when they're crying hard, it's forcing out all the congestion through their nose. So I'm having to take the snot sucker. I'm going on solo missions with this snot sucker, like trying to hold her arms down and have the snot sucker go in each nostril while she's thrashing her head around and just trying to suck snot out. So at least she can feel clear there. So when she does fall asleep, but that night I end up taking Scottie down to bed with me and Charles. Charles was already asleep. She went to bed at like 8 o'clock that night.
Yeah.
I get in bed and I just got Scottie and I'm just kind of sleeping with her for most of the night. Charles helps out on the next half, like probably starting at like, let's just say 3 a.m. Because Scottie every now and then would still jump. So we didn't get a whole lot of sleep that night. So Charles wakes up the next morning. It's Christmas Eve. Charles sets up a pediatrician appointment because they got back to us on Tuesday. Hey, let's set an appointment if fever doesn't calm down. So I'm going into the pediatrician with both kids.
On Christmas Eve.
On Christmas Eve morning.
Ideal. Good.
Yeah, good. Great. This is what we pray for.
Merry Christmas, doctor.
Yeah. Hey, Merry Christmas Eve. Yes, the kids are sick. You're kind of getting all of their vitals and everything checked. They're running fevers. Find out with Rue, the reason her spikes back up, she catches an ear infection from the flu. So Rue now has an ear infection. Scottie's ears are fine. She just has the flu.
Yeah.
we go back home. We do our best to embrace Christmas and Christmas Eve. Like that day, my family who was coming into town, they cancel plans. They don't come in.
Oh no.
Yeah. And
was it your brothers? Were they
my brothers and my dad were coming in
Okay.
for Christmas. They were going to travel in, I think on Christmas Day, but then they canceled plans because the kids had flu. Hey, they're not going to get better.
Oh yeah.
And usually I want to say the like gentleman's rule or fact is like, hey, when it's like 24 hours, they're still contagious 24 hours after having a fever, after the fever goes down.
Yes.
So my dad didn't want to get sick and, you know, they didn't travel in.
Yeah.
But we did our best to embrace Christmas Eve and Christmas. We ended up going to Target, getting some gingerbread houses. Again, it was a little chaotic, but
The
trying to keep
pictures
the
look
Christmas
fun.
spirit alive. Yeah.
Pictures
I got
look
this
fun.
little Camp Snap 8, that white elephant gift I got for the office.
Yeah, that thing's sick.
But I got one for Charles. We're kind of doing like these home videos, this home video feel with this Camp Snap 8. It's this camera for about $170 that you can get online. No free shout outs to Camp Snap.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, like we still had a lot of fun. But dude, we were in the trenches and it felt like the first normal day that we had when I'm reaching out to try to get the boys together for some gaming.
Was that Friday?
Was on Friday.
Yeah.
Because Christmas was tough, or Christmas Eve was tough. Christmas was a lot better. Charles' parents came over. They were like, Scottie she wasn't feeling the best. Rue was feeling a little bit better, but you're just all these different routines because she's been out of school. She's been on Christmas break. She's been sick. But we still had a great Christmas, but it was a grind, bro. And I feel like the flu went around everywhere. I feel like anybody that I've connected with that has kids, they have some story recently whether it's the month of November or December where they're just getting out of the flu or they're just now in the flu.
Yeah.
But it was ripping around, bro.
Flu season is a thing. Just got off the phone with a friend in Texas that as soon as he answered the phone, I was, buddy, were you sleeping? Are you all right? He's like, no, dude, I got the flu. I got work. I'm like, oh, I feel you. House got hit with that like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Also,
I came out unscathed. Just again.
Hey,
I didn't dodge the flu. The flu dodged Willie C.
they say he has the immune system of a feral hog. He cannot get sick. Good luck.
It's the old
Shep.
saying. It always works.
It always works.
Dads don't have time to get sick.
I don't have time to get sick.
Dads don't have time to get
It's
sick.
the
man.
ultimate immune system.
Yes, sir.
Nothing better.
I have a dad hack for you that I think I've brought up on the pod before. So you have the manual snot sucker?
I got the manual snot sucker.
Bro.
We first rocked with the bulb. So any parents out there that have the bulb and you might get frustrated with it, there's
I've had the
better
bulb.
options out there.
I've had the
Way
bulb.
better options out there.
There's way better options.
So we got the manual snot sucker where I'm like, and I'm just zapping it out of her.
To quote Will Compton, buddy, do I have something for you? The auto snot sucker. You literally hit a power button and then you get to control the sucking power of it. It's got like 3 different little pieces, like ends to put into the nose. It's got like a real wide one to start. You spray saline up there and you start with the wide one and then you move down to like the tightened filters. It's the funnest thing in the entire world.
Buddy.
It's the best thing in the entire world. I'll take a picture of it for you today when I get home.
Buddy, I need that.
Buddy, you do. I'm telling you, you will personally love it. It's fun to use.
I was using my nose.
You can. You literally can, and it will work. And Scarlett is a fan of it too, because like the manual thing and the bulb, like it's just so much. Like,
Yeah, they're in their mind like, fuck, I'm about to get tortured because I got to get held down.
Scarlett would instantly start crying.
Keep her face still. Keep her face still.
This is terrible
Come on, are you
radio,
getting it?
but
Dude, it's hard.
and they're
All right, I need the left nostril. Yeah.
just ripping their head around.
And they're just screaming still afterwards because of the trauma event that just took place.
Yes.
So it's like they're just activating all of this congestion again.
Yes. Dude, when I do the auto one with Scarlett, she knows. And she's trying to she likes to like kind of try and grab it. She's still doing her baby thing, but she is so like, hey, this thing's great. Totally fine with it. Go to work, Dad.
I love that.
It's
I appreciate
fun.
that.
I'll put you on game.
I appreciate that. Another thing that we are currently going through, we're in a phase of life is Scottie is swinging on Rue.
Tell us about that. What's going on, Scottzilla?
It's funny. It's funny, dude. I got to hold back my laughter because when it happens, it's like that's, I guess, Scottie trying to communicate and everything else. Like Rue might have a toy she wants or has, and Scottie like walk over there and she'll just whop her in the head or try and hit her in the face or the shoulder, whatever she can get a hold of Rue. And she just, with her little body, just kind of stands there, the little Scottzilla that be. And she stands there and looks at Rue, and Rue knows she can't like hit her back. She knows we're like, hey, we tell Scottie, hey, gentle, we don't hit, we don't
love our sister.
Things. Yeah. You don't want to treat, that's not very kind. You don't want to hit big sissy. And then she'll try and go for a swing again. I'll like grab her arm, like, easy, Scottzilla, easy. And I'll pick her up and take her away. But it would get moments where it's happening and it's kind of away from us.
Yeah.
And Rue will be like, you'll hear her start whining or start crying. And I'm like, Rue, I'm like, we'll just walk away from her. Don't just keep standing in the same spot to let her tee off on you.
Yeah.
She like walks away from her to go on the couch, and Scottie starts like moseying around and then starts heading toward the couch. Scottie, no. We don't hit your sister.
She's just the slowest heat-seeking missile of all time.
Yeah. Dude, it's so funny, man.
Favorite Willism right now is the long distance. Hey, Scottie, hey. From like long distance of just you trying anything you can. Oh my God, dude. I put up, do you know what an upright seat is? Some PT sickos at home probably know what it is. It's one of those like chairs that you sit that like is real hard on the back. So it teaches the baby to want to sit up and kind of work on balance. Has a little table in front of it. Have you ever seen one of these?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. We put like whenever we need our hands free to like cook and stuff, we'll put Scarlett in the upright seat and then put the upright seat on top of our island. Because it is
so we got a little seat that we set on the island and we just kind of buckle her in. Is that an upright seat?
Boom. That's an upright seat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yes.
Okay. So have Scarlett sitting in one of those, and I'm doing solo dad Saturday, and I'm making up for Friday. So I'm cooking steaks. I'm cooking like I'm putting a
time to knock her socks off when she gets home.
Feast together. And I'm so in it. I look up, dude. I put the upright seat next to the knife thing. I swear to God, the biggest butcher knife in the knife. You know those wood blocks of knives?
Yeah.
Scarlett's got it halfway out. Will Compton.
Yeah.
And I hit her with the, Scarlett, hi. Oh my goodness. Let's put that back. And she's like giggling.
Thank you for getting that out and helping me put that back in.
I was like, we're officially in that stage. She can move and groove now.
Bro,
my God.
They're all over. When they get to where they can walk and everything else, Scottzilla is all over the place. She'll be like in the cabinets where she like, they're down, down on the bottom half.
Yeah.
She'll open the cabinet by the TV and like climb in the cabinet, trying to just basically like the babies, dude, they clearly don't have any sense of like putting things back. They don't understand that concept whatsoever. They just want to rip everything out of the cabinet.
Yep.
So it's like we have the cabinet with toys or board games, whatever it is, she has to take out it. She's like taking out every board game, all the construction paper from doing arts and crafts. She takes it all out.
Perfect.
The glues, the paints, good.
Perfect.
She takes it all out. I was, Scottie, we can't keep doing this. We got to put this up. I'll start putting back the construction paper, and she'll now lean down and grab the construction paper and hand it to me. I'm like, yes, this is what we do. We put it back.
Really?
We're done. But she has no concept. She likes to put stuff back, take it out again, put it back. She thinks she's like doing something.
Yeah.
She thinks she's value added.
She's being a big girl.
Yeah, she's being a big girl.
This is what big girls do.
And by the way, she loves the water bowl.
Does she?
She likes the water bowl.
Wait, did you really like fill it up and stuff? And
No. I don't fill up the water bowl. I just give her a water bowl. I set it on the ground. Uncle Sherm gifted a water bowl for old Scottzilla.
Yeah.
Every now and then around the house, I'll just hear it drop because she's messing with it. She'll put stuff in the water bowl.
It's just obnoxiously big, too.
Yeah, just a huge water bowl.
I went to Petco and got like the biggest water bowl that they sold. Oh, man. That makes me happy.
Yeah, but that's kind of the stage we're in with Scottzilla. And poor Rue, she's just got to take it. I'm like, Scottie, she could work you over if she wanted to. Fortunately, we've taught her not to swing back at you.
Yeah, and we could work on Rue's bobbing and weaving. That's like something we could lean into.
Yeah.
Like,
sweetheart, you got to learn to kind of catch your arm. Hey, we don't hit.
Yes.
Don't hit. She'll grab Rue's hair and pull it.
Oh, that's got to be
Scottie, she's about the smoke. She's about the action.
Yeah. I feel like Scarlett's close behind because it's now like we can hold up the head really well, but every now and then we kind of lose it, and then foreheads hit me in the mouth. I'm like,
oh, bro,
shit.
that's, yeah.
Oh my God.
They swing their head and just pop you, and you're like, God.
It's like a miniature bowling ball, just like randomly will just go
Yeah.
doink on your face. You're like, ah, good Lord. She's ripping my glasses off. She's just grabbing my glasses. And I'm like, okay, hey, what are we doing? Ripping my chest hair out. That's a big one.
Yeah.
That just started.
Yeah, she'll get a hold of my leg hair, my arm hair every now and then.
It's been terrible.
They're just learning.
They're just
serious.
learning.
Can we talk about the Facebook comment that Jill received?
I would love to.
Because you guys are getting a first babysitter.
We're getting a first babysitter.
Which big shout out to you guys.
Thank you. I want to shout out Jill. I want to shout out her coworker, Allison. And then I want to shout out Julia, our babysitter. I will not be dropping last names because no one is stealing Julia from us. Julia is ours. I will be selfish.
Throw her contact my way.
Yeah. Hey, come on, man. Don't be poaching. But Julia worked in the NICU for a year. She worked in the NICU for 3 years. Now works in labor and delivery. She's a nurse. So she's seen all the shit. So we feel very comfortable. Those were kind of like Jill's parameters.
Yeah.
Of like, I need her to have this kind of experience. And she just couldn't be more sweet, dude. We met her at a coffee shop to like introduce Scarlett and Julia to each other. They hit it right off. Scarlett's just like in Julia's arm. Speaking of pulling hair, Julia's got some sick, like super curly, thick hair, and Scarlett's obsessed with it, just going dong, dong, dong the entire time. I'm like, don't scare her off. Like, What are you doing?
You guys are looking for a babysitter because you're doing a date night.
We're doing a date night. And Jill gets on, and if I could get some help from Derek or Chef on just finding what county it is, it's a county near Nashville that starts with an M. And they have a Facebook group. Maury or Marshall?
Maury County, Southwest County, Columbia, and then
Probably Maury.
I think Maury does sound right. So there's like some Facebook group called like Maury County Moms or, Maury County. And people at work were like, oh, Jill, just post in there that you're looking for a babysitter. Like, that's a great way to kind of like put the feels out. Jill puts this post out.
Yeah, go hit the communities out there.
Go hit the communities. I was so pissed that she deleted the post because some psychopath jumps on her. And I'm talking the sweetest post of all time from my wife. My husband and I just moved to Tennessee and we're loving it. We just had our little baby, Scarlet girl, our firstborn. She's 6 months old and we need a babysitter for date nights. You can DM me with more information, blah, blah, blah. Some 60-year-old dude, we'll call him Daryl, comments right underneath it and is like, wow, some piece of shit mom you are. Hey, how about instead of having the village raise your kid for you, you pull up and strap your boots and be a fucking mom.
Dude, that is fucking crazy.
It was crazy. And Jill deleted it, so I never saw the comment. This is like coming from her. I'm like, oh my God, that would have been napalm on the podcast, honey. If we had screenshots,
I would have that right there is prime walk material.
Oh, dude. Goon Berets would have ended this man. He would not have a Facebook right now. It would have been completely, he would have been like, I'm off the internet.
That right there is a cause PT6 gets mobile for.
Yeah.
Milk Team 6 gets mobile for. Everybody gets mobile for. This is where you take the country to war.
Hey, how about instead of having the village raise your kid, you just be a fucking mom, you piece of shit.
Why is there a 60-year-old dude in the Maury County Moms
That's what I'm saying.
Facebook group?
That's
you
what
knew
I'm
he was
saying.
older?
She said that.
Okay.
She said that.
Kind of fucking weird.
Dude, what kind of loser fucking mentality do you have to have that you see a sweet post? Again, it's Facebook, it's a group, it's a community-based thing. Like
it's
people are
Facebook.
trying to.
This isn't X. This isn't TikTok. Where everybody's trying to get somebody in the comments. I mean,
Your first time putting out a post because you've heard recommendations like, hey, there's Facebook groups out there and you're thinking, oh, like, would that be, let's try it out. You're throwing different things at the wall. I know there's sites you can go to.
Yeah.
There's Facebook groups, there's social group. There's all these different things that you're just trying to figure out. Hey, we know this. We've been raising little ScarScar for 6 months. Yeah. Mom and Dad, we know we need to fill our cup up at home with marriage.
Yeah.
Like we need to figure out a date night. Like we need to get in some mommy and daddy time.
Yeah.
So like, let me build up the courage to write this post, this intentional post, this sweet post, and put it out and see who in the county or the community would have some recommendations.
Literally. And this guy just comes in and goes, hey, you piece of shit. What the fuck are you doing?
What type of mentality is in this group or in this community on Facebook and is just waiting to see stuff like that to think, hey, you are a piece of shit parent for even thinking about allowing anybody to look after your kid because you should be locked in the house 24/7 doing absolutely everything with your kid.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit mom.
Yeah.
Like that's
crazy.
That's loser mentality.
Loser mentality, but it is borderline like psychopathy. Like it is.
He sounds like I can only imagine what this guy, if he has a wife, what she has to go through.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maury County is in the sticks. Like you have Columbia and Spring Hill, but it's on the border of Spring Hill, but the rest of it is just country. That's it. So
that dude's a
I could
bum.
see some.
Yeah.
And it
fucking
pains me
weirdos.
that Jill felt some type of reaction in her body when she saw
delete
this and kind of like had, whether it's fear, whatever it is, like, oh no, like this
She was
isn't-
scared. She was scared. And so that's why she
like, did what I
deleted
do
it.
was wrong? You know what I mean? And somebody coming after like, hey, you're a shit parent. It's like, dude, fuck you.
I literally said, honey, if your husband is built for anything, if there's anything that I'm good at on planet Earth, it is going after guys like this on the internet.
You're talking to CFB meme zone, sweetheart.
I would have had a fucking field. And talk about a guy with a lot of friends who could say the same. Will Compton, if you'd gotten your hands on that guy's first and last.
Dude, I was wishing so bad that we still had that the post was up and we had the screen. We had whatever it was. So
That
we
would
could
have been
take, we
our-
could take Papa Team 6 to war.
That would have been our most viral clip of all time. We would have had eye black on. We would have had hats on like this, and we would have been talking direct to camera, direct to the enemy.
That's an example that brings the world together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, Daryl Cook in Spring Hills, Tennessee. We coming.
Yeah.
And Dion's coming
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
We all
Like
coming.
even the like the female independent pause that might listen to that we might assume what our show's about, or here's the stories that we tell, like all these guys, these dads that
These
complain about
bros.
blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Things that they kind of fight against or they kind of resent, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That example right there brings every group in parenthood together.
The meme of the blood in the crypt with their two bandanas tied. That's what this situation would have been. Would have been. Hey, I'm sorry that I did a fake example. So apologies to all the Daryl Cooks out there. That's not his name. I don't think it's Daryl Cook.
Don't let the boys work the internet now.
Don't let us find you.
We've collectively, I'm sure, have ruined people for much, much less.
Much less.
Like
We've killed for less.
we're from a small town that my mom posts anything that she believes in. There's 46 dudes that did not graduate high school with her yelling at her. My brother and I, we do knuckle cracks and go in. We don't go to the hometown bars anymore because we do knuckle cracks and do business on here. Those people are worthless. We can go after them. Sherm, you let us know.
Oh my God. That's what I'm saying, dude.
We shame people for much less, man.
Oh man, I didn't, because Jill really was frazzled by it, and I didn't want to like make it a bigger deal because it's a funny story to tell now, but in the moment I was like, God dang it! I wish you hadn't deleted that.
I know.
Wish you had screenshotted that. Ugh. We live and we learn.
Live to
move
fight
on.
another day.
And hey, thank God.
A day will come.
Thank God we found Julia. Honestly, she seems like she's going to be incredible. And tonight's our first night. We get to go watch Jared Beeman's special. So people that are watching on Wednesday, he performed live on Tuesday night at Zany's in Nashville. And Julia's going to arrive at 6. Tonight, we'll already have Scarlett bathed and in her jammies. So she's nice and happy when she sees Julia. We've heard that a quick exit is key. Do you want to weigh in on that at all, Willie?
I'm trying to line up if we can get some childcare for the
live childcare lineup. Let's go.
Weigh in on which part?
And sorry, I did not know you're on the phone. That wasn't like
you're good.
Come back in here. But would you want to weigh in on the a quick exit? That's what we've been told from babysitter Julia, that the faster we get out of there, the better for Scarlett.
The faster you get, what's better for Scarlett?
Like when Julia arrives. We need to
I'm
get.
thinking exit like leaving the comedy show. I'm like, okay, well, if she's sleeping.
Yeah, hey,
You're thinking the quick exit, like when you're thinking of leaving ScarScar when it all goes down.
Yes, like when Julia arrives, it's a quick handoff, is what we've been told helps.
It does.
Okay.
A quick handoff is the goal.
Okay.
You're not going to do just a quick handoff.
Oh, wait,
You're going to hand ScarScar off. You're going to, it's corralling the sadness that you feel, that Jill's going to feel.
Yeah.
That Scarlett might creep up. The best thing that could happen is if she's just not aware, she doesn't have that separation anxiety yet. I forget what month that starts coming along. You might be in the clear since she is only 6 months old.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, a quick exit it'll be harder on you guys than it is Scarlett. It's when they start forming the separation anxiety and they realize you guys are leaving for dinner to where sadness really like it keeps holding. You're just like, hey, sweetheart, we have to get out of here.
Yeah.
And then you're leaving the driveway and you're just both sad leaving for date night. And you're like, should we cancel the date night? Because we feel like shit having to leave our little girl.
And we can't cancel date night.
Cannot cancel date night. This is big. This is pivotal.
This is a pivotal night, not only for date night, but this is a really big night just in busing in general. And for Jared, like we have to go tonight. This is a have to.
And it's a tone setter for you guys in 2026 as far as incorporating. Tone setter in 26. Just incorporating getting a date night in your bag.
Yeah.
And realize, hey, this is good for us.
Yes.
But 6 months old, quick exit, that is the right strategy. If I'm assuming correctly, I don't think she'll have a whole lot of separation anxiety.
I don't think so.
It's just you guys stepping out and then it's your guys' sadness as you leave.
This is how I picture it. Baby Bajorn is facing television. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is rocking. The Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. She's got the O ball. That's her favorite toy, dude. Shout out the O ball.
Another must is, what's her name? Julia.
Yeah.
Julia sending a pic within 10 minutes.
Ooh.
So when you leave and she's playing with Scarlett, gets a smile or cracks a smile, you crack that photo. No, you send it to mom and dad. Mom and dad now know she's in good hands. She's having fun. She's not the sadness that you might assume she's feeling since you left the house isn't really, it's just your own assumption. It's your own fear. Yeah. But you get a photo within 10 minutes of her having fun or doing something, you're all set.
Game over.
And then mom will probably want like a photo check-in, every hour or so.
And I think Jill's looking forward to tonight more than I ever could, to be completely honest.
That's good.
Because if you chalk it up, we have had 2 proper date nights in the last 6 months. I mean, my girl is looking to get out of the house, as am I. Yeah. So
maybe hit the old shockwave tonight. Come on.
That might be.
2 nights in a row. Okay, good.
I digress. Any dad losses or anything for you, sir?
6 a.m. this morning.
Hey, come on, man. Look at us in 26.
Set the tone in 26.
Damn, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The trenches. Do you have anything for the trenches? You have a crack a cold one?
Like my trenches was what I was talking about earlier with the flu, the chaos, everything else.
Scottzilla hit.
I mean, that's just these are the stuff that's popping up in parenthood for us right now. I know, like when Charles and I, we sit and reflect on 2025 and we look at 26.
Yeah.
A lot of it for us is just, we just feel like, which I've explained on the pod before, we feel like we just work and parent the whole time. Like finding, social life in 26. And more so not, because we do a lot of social stuff like with the kids. Like we get out of the house a lot. We go on trips. We do the different things. But just, friends, like just getting out, having more time for ourselves. Yeah. Figuring out how just we maneuver that and kind of fit that in. Because again, we stay busy. Yeah. Charles, just dabbling in her mind. I know she stresses about, should I work less? Like she's very ambitious. She's like-minded. She's kind of like-minded with myself in that regard. Because I just think, man, there's always everything will be seasonal. There'll be pockets for enjoying, more freedom for ourselves. It's never been during football season. It feels like it ramps up even more every year when it comes to football season, which makes us more intentional about whether we're doing date night or a staycation or stuff with the kids, whatever that may be. But I know those are like conversations we have to kind of keep us going. One thing that fired me up is the other night, everybody's got their 26 New Year's resolutions. As far as routine and structure and, whether it's you want to win the morning, you want to wake up earlier, you want to get your you time in before the kids get up, we want to get to bed earlier, want to read more, want to be healthier, all of those things. But the other night, what got me juiced up is when I was studying for bussing the next day. I was up watching the Steelers-Ravens game. Also a little bit of Landman. Absolute snooze fest right now. Landman is the TV series.
One more episode.
It sucks right now. It sucks right now.
Hey, one more episode like that, Sheridan, and Willie sees.
I could be jumping ship. I
just have to say this one word. I had a buddy who came to me and told me that Landman is basically just a big old soap opera, and it's ruined the fucking show for me. I can't watch it.
It has become that. Like, nobody gives. If Taylor Sheridan, I'm sure he tunes in because
we're four work boys. Me and Taylor.
Yeah. Like, nobody gives a fuck about the old people's home. They don't.
No one.
No one cares about the side stories going on with the daughter and the wife.
I'm not into Cooper's thing with the girl either, Tommy's son.
Yeah, neither am I.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah,
I care a little bit about. I'm more interested in his journey with
the cartel,
starting his business, the cartel, the oil, the stuff where he's 6 for 6, all those things. I want oil and war and negotiation and cartel.
No one's even died in this fucking season.
No.
Is anybody riding the shockwave in this season? Has there been any shockwave?
There's been some shockwave moments in the season.
All right.
There's been some shockwave.
The soap operas have shockwave.
But the stuff you care about in Landman, it only happens like 5 minutes an episode. The rest is filler bullshit, awesome soundtracks that just showing what goes on in the oil fields and fucking everything else. Dude, I'm telling you, it's a snooze fest. And I'm somebody, I love this. I love the show. Like, I want to love the show. I loved Yellowstone until it got fucking soap opera.
You love Tulsa Kings.
Love Tulsa King.
Yeah.
I love Paramount Plus TV series, especially from Taylor Sheridan, but I'm just letting him know you're losing everybody.
Yeah.
But you don't want to lose me.
Can I tell you a little something that may be the issue? Taylor Sheridan often writes those scripts, like the first season will be primarily him. And then it gets handed, once it successfully launches, that's then handed to a writer's room. So it's executive produced by Taylor Sheridan, but like once it's proven its success, it's handed off. He's off to the next project.
Oh, that's a bummer to hear. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's how the business
one of the best
that
seasons
works.
of television all of 2024.
Man, it was good.
I'm on the Fallout. I'm
in Fallout 2. I like Fallout.
So good. Now,
that's
Fallout season
shows.
2, talk about a show that's delivering off a great season 1.
Season 2 has been good.
I derailed your story, Will. Go ahead.
No.
What was my story? Because it got derailed, but I don't remember what it was. I don't mind that I forgot because I had to get that on my chest.
You were watching the Ravens.
Steelers. What juiced me up? There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you, chef. Charles comes up and she's like, what are you up to? She rarely comes up and comes in the bonus room and everything else like late at night to say goodnight or go to bed. She'll usually shoot me a message or she'll still be up when I'm done doing whatever I'm doing.
That's your domain.
Yeah, it's usually that's Willie C's domain.
Yeah.
Hey, sweetheart, knock next time you're gonna come in.
Yes.
She comes over, gives me a kiss. I'm like, what are you up to? She's like, I'm going to bed. And I look at my watch, check out the new garment that my wife got me for Christmas. Shout out this Christmas gift. I love it.
Hey, shout out.
And it was 9:04. And I'm like, you're going to bed? And she's like, I'm doing it. I'm going to bed early. I'm getting up. I'm getting up in the morning. And I'm like, what are you going to do in the morning? She's like, I'm just going to do something for myself. And when she left, I gave her a kiss. She goes downstairs. And as I'm sitting there for probably the next hour, just every few minutes, it just comes back on my mind. Like, this is it. This is where I need to just buy in. I'll do something. My wife and I will get to be like accountability buddies together. Cause I kind of need, like, it always feels like it's a one-man mission that I always fail because I'll stay up, I'll play video games, whatever it is, to where I justify something in my head to where I'm like, okay, I got to sleep in until the kids get up, which is 7 o'clock, or I'll set the alarm for 6:45. Snooze once the kids will be up. Usually you hear something on the monitor and you kind of get going. But I'm like, dude, whenever I get done doing whatever I'm doing, I need to go downstairs and go to bed. And I'm going to join her in getting up early in the morning because she wants to wake up at 6, knock out whatever it is before the kids get up.
Yeah.
And I'm just juiced up. Like I'm like proud of her and also fired up because I'm like, this is what I feel like is like a missing piece because I can't let her outwork me.
No, definitely
I can't
not.
let her outdo me.
Definitely not.
I can't be the one staying up late, sleeping when she's grinding, whatever it is. Can't let her outdo me.
The one thing that I will say about this industry that we work in is the busy season is extremely busy for you in particular as well. So I'm kind of speaking for myself, but I'm sure I'm speaking for you too. But that me time, whatever that thing that you're going to challenge yourself with or hanging out, I'm looking to do the same thing this year too. Because I desperately need it. Desperately need it.
And knowing my wife's going to be going to bed earlier, it just, I don't know, it's something in the back of my head. Like I need to get ready and get in bed. Get the amount of sleep she's going to be getting. Wake up early in the morning. Like, hey, just telling each other, like, hey, if I'm still sleeping or if I snooze and you see me still kind of knocked out, like nudge me and tell me like, hey, we're getting up.
Yeah.
Because we'll be doing our own thing, but it's just like the thought of getting good restful sleep, thought of getting up early and doing our thing, kind of winning our morning before we pour into getting the kiddos up.
Yeah.
Because I can make, sometimes when I'm up early, I'm able to like make the lunch before. And so I can go upstairs whenever Rue's getting out of bed versus waiting for her to come down and I'm in the kitchen doing breakfast and getting her lunch ready and everything else. But that juiced me up. So massive, like a massive win. I would say crack a cold one. I'm cracking a cold one too for 26 for the year.
Speaking of, we got some big news with crack a cold one for 26.
Yeah. And I might have alluded to it on the last episode. But Olipop is partnering with For the Dads in 26. And that is a huge win. I'm telling you, the excitement I got whenever our team told us that Olipop's coming in. They're coming in the busing universe, but a lot of the focus, like a lot of the driving was like the For the Dads podcast. The excitement that I felt, it reminded me of the excitement I felt when we landed like our first big one for Bussin' with the Boys.
Really?
Oh yeah, bro. Because this is one I enjoy the product. Like the very first time I put it out in the universe was when I did one of my gas station runs after bedtime, and I was kind of ranking a few drinks. Classic grape. I put my mouth on, tasted it, and I'm like, one that's climbing the ladder quickly.
Yeah,
is classic grape Olipop. Like I've had a couple of the soda varieties before, but this one with the flavor of grape was touching my tongue a little bit differently to where I had to tweet about it. And then from there, I want to say we might have talked about it on the show. We did something to where we were talking about Olipop.
Yeah.
And then I tasted crisp apple. Now I've tasted the watermelon line. I've tasted a variety of Olipop to where it's kind of been a language on our show with Papa Team 6. We got PT6ers out there that have posted about it, made videos about it, engaged with us, whether through comments or in voicemails about it, to where it's become like a thing on our show. And so the fact that something I've personally enjoyed, that we've grown to love and have incorporated in the show, because when they came on board with us, the Olipop rep was somebody that was like a Nebraska fan.
He's a Husker.
So they come and did so as you guys, to let you guys know how some of this stuff works. Yeah. The brand comes in to do ad reads, to kind of do something like, hey, let's do a 2-month deal. We'll do ad reads. We'll see how everything goes. And then you'll kind of go from there.
A dip your toes, if you will.
Dip your toes, a trial run.
Yeah.
Let's see how this works. And to now they're coming in as a partner of 26 with Bussin' with the Boys at large, and a big focus being on For the Dads. Juice me up.
That's a gainer off the high dive. You're not dipping your toes anymore.
Because you always want to advertise for products and brands that you use and that you also enjoy and love. And so I am gassed.
I'm gassed too.
About Olipop coming in for the Dads. We got to get Olipop. What is it? Papa Drink 6?
Yeah.
Olipop Drink 6. We got to get something made in the Olipop universe.
It has to happen.
Because I posted my top 3 that's happening right now. Crisp apple, watermelon lime, and classic grape. People in the comments, classic grape has just done a nosedive. It hasn't. I love classic grape, but crisp apple and especially watermelon lime right now has been go-to for your boys.
I have to do watermelon lime because that's actually one of our favorite summer treats that Jill and I do. Is we'll buy a whole watermelon and we'll buy a bunch of limes and we'll squeeze the lime juice on the water. That's one of my favorite flavors out in the wild.
Son.
So the fact that Olipop is cooking up something like that.
Talk to us.
Talk to me, baby.
And for Papa T, for everybody listening, Olipop doesn't even have a read on today's episode. They're just going to be joining us for all of 26. They're going to be sponsoring the Crack a Cold One segment in the future, but we just love Olipop.
We got to talk about it.
Yeah, we got to talk about it.
We got to talk about
hey, what's Olipop? Like, well, what's the, because I see a lot of people, hey, what is it called? Ridge Rush?
Yeah.
How is that not in the top 3? I posted my top 3. Like Ridge Rush. There are a lot of Ridge Rush fans out there.
Yeah.
But for people that are unfamiliar with Olipop, it's just a great alternative if you're a big soda drinker.
Yes.
2 to 5 grams of sugar.
Yep.
9 grams of prebiotic fiber. Good for your gut.
Great.
And if you're somebody that your wife's on you about drinking water, dude, this and that. Like, I enjoy water, but I also like different tastes.
Yeah.
I like tasting something different. And Olipop has been one of those drinks, my go-tos when I want something different than water.
Yep.
So again, for people unfamiliar, that right there's off the top.
Hey, that's off the top. I had a cream soda the other night right before bed, and I cannot. Obviously, did it taste great, Sherman? Hey, yeah, it tasted like fucking cream soda. It was a dream. But the part that separates Olipop is like having a soda before bed just makes me think, oh, dude, my God, I'm going to have bubble guts. What am I doing drinking a soda before bed?
Putting all this sugar in my system right before bed.
Brother, it was like I had a nice, clean, crisp glass of water right before I got, you know what I mean? Like the feeling of it, but the taste of just the most buttery, sugary cream soda imaginable. I was like, dude, Olipop really does hit.
Got the flavor you're seeking, got the carbonation that's a switch up from the water. And then again, when you're done, you just don't feel lethargic.
Yes. By the way, we just made 0 cents in the last, and I'm talking cents, dollars, in the last however many minutes we've been talking about Olipop. We're just sickos about it.
We're showing our cars to Olipop. We love you. We're so happy.
Yeah, sue us.
Olipop Team 6.
Olipop Team 6. I have a survival kit just really quick before we get into emails and calls.
I got a couple dad hacks too. Not that they have to come from us, but I have one here from Todd Giles that I'm going to share.
Good. My survival kit is just the Alexa Dot. And I know that Amazon doesn't need my help. All right. I get it. But I am telling you, dude, when I was making that dinner on Solo Saturday and I got Scarlet in my hands, the steaks got to come off in, 45 minutes. Alexa, set timer for 45 minutes. 45-minute timer set. Veggies are coming out of the oven in 20 minutes. Alexa, set timer for 20 minutes. I make Scarlett's bottle. She uses the one that's made with rice. The what is it called? Formula that's made with rice.
Rice formula.
Rice formula. It's got to sit for 5 minutes after you make it. Alexa, set timer for 5 minutes. And I know that all those timers are for the different things, man. I'm just like, even my dad mentioned it. He came in town for Christmas. He was like, I got to start using my Alexa Dot for the timer. That's a great feature.
That's amazing.
I got to start using it for that. I was like, Dad, it is
That's really the only feature I use it for is that timer.
Oh, dude. And it's just like, it's probably so slept on because 1.5 million people already do that. But if you are a PT sicko that already has an Alexa Dot or a Google, whatever, or whatever you got, start using that timer feature, dude. It's just like, it is a game changer, but it is a day saver. Like, it will save the day for you.
Well said.
Thank you.
Here's a dad hack from Todd Giles on Spotify. Boys, I got a dad hack for all the soon-to-be dads. So soon-to-be dads, listen up. During pregnancy, choose a calm music album that you don't care listening to 1 million times and lay the phone on mom's stomach often through pregnancy. Ours was Evermore by Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. Great music. No matter what mood my 6-month-old is in, the second I play Willow by Taylor Swift, she immediately calms. Taylor Swift got us through the holiday travel and sure beats Baby Shark. Love what y'all do, PT6. Great dad.
Great dad hack. What was his name? Todd?
Todd Giles.
Yeah, Todd. Great dad hack, dude. Get the kid. Why are we doing the Baby Shark? Why are we doing all this stuff? If we can get them on the adult music as fast as possible.
Especially T Swift.
Charo
over the break was diving into that documentary of Taylor Swift. By the way, great little docuseries. I watched some of it.
What was that? What is that on?
Is it Disney? Is it Prime? Disney?
Oh, okay.
It's good, bro. The stuff.
It's new. It just came out?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll watch that with Jill. She's not a
it's good, man.
Swiftie, but she's a fan, obviously.
Yeah, same with Charles. She's not a Swiftie, but she's like a fan of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And just everything that goes into the New Eras tour, it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff with that.
Yeah, dude.
Shows happening, shows getting canceled because of like terrorist type attacks. It's nuts.
Her
man.
dated.
It's like a if you're a Taylor Swift fan, but you're not like you're not like in all of the lore, everything that goes on with Taylor Swift. You find a new respect for the artist.
I found a new respect. This is like, I'm not trying to give some wishy-washy compliment to my boss. Like, I found a new respect for people like Taylor Swift after seeing yours and Taylor's schedule during football season. Of like, if this is what Will and Taylor's schedule looks like, what does Tom Cruise's schedule look like? What does Taylor Swift's schedule look like? Like, dear Lord. That's got to be crazy. Stop it. No, but I do mean that. I appreciate it. It's crazy. Impson78 on Instagram said, "What up, guys? Proud Papa 6 member of 2 years. This week we have tried to move from her drinking her bottle from the nipple to a big girl cup. It's been a struggle trying to get her to drink her bottle and anything else. Any tips?" Now, we also have a crack of cold one / dad loss here. Specifically, Tuesday night, my wife and I tried to give Oakley a sippy cup, and she had a meltdown. While we ended up giving in, she sat down with me on the couch to calm down and finish her bottle. I was watching the Tennessee versus Illinois bowl game, and Oakley started watching. When my wife told my daughter it's time for bed, she said, "No, football," and pointed to the TV. Proud dad moment. Luckily for me, it was less than a minute to go in the game, and I was able to quickly put her down for bed. I appreciate you guys for everything you do. Impson78, Instagram.
Let's go. Thank you for writing in.
Thank you for writing in.
What was the thing they wanted? Any tips over?
Switching from nipple bottle to sippy cup. Making that transition.
Yeah, I want to say our cups, like we have, like Scottie's one. She has the little two-handed. It's got the little handles on the side, so she can grab it. It's not like the nipple. It's like the flat nipple.
Yeah.
She's on that. But when we transition to, we've tried a couple times. She's not there yet. But when we transition to trying to like hold a cup and drink, we got the ones where the rim is like, it's all closed on top.
Yeah.
And they have to be able to suck around the rim. And if they suck on the rim, like water will come out.
Yeah.
She's not developed to where she's getting the water out yet, because it's a little harder.
Yeah,
because everything's kind of like enclosed. But that's how we started doing the transition from going nipple to, a different alternative.
And that's funny, dude, because Jill's already doing that unbeknownst to me, because I noticed that she got this like rubber fitting that goes on the Dr. Brown bottles that we have.
Yeah, it's where it has handles.
The
on the
two
side.
handles.
Yeah. The two handles, so they can like learn to grab or just do other things and just like holding the bottle.
Okay.
And now we're experimenting with that cup. Again, it's like a cup. It's like a flat top.
Yeah.
It's got the airways in it.
Yes.
But you have to tip the cup and you have to suck from the rim.
Yeah.
To kind of get out the fluid.
Yeah.
But she's not fully there yet.
Okay, cool. And yeah, Scottie's only 1 and 2 months?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
14 months?
Yeah, she's about to be 14 months.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and he's
on the 12th.
His is 2. Oakley's 2 years old. So like, yeah, you're getting there.
Yeah, I'm just thinking put their favorite drink in whatever you're trying to get them to enjoy.
Yeah.
But they could just be attached. Sometimes the kiddos, they have their routine, their things that they love.
Oh, I'm sure. Dude.
Like I don't feel like Scarlett's going to be near as hard to get the passy from as Rue was. Rue was harder.
Yeah.
Rue kind of went into 2 years old with the pacifier with Tiggy.
Scarlett also huge dad loss. We've come to where the Magic Merlin, there's no more sizes. She's outgrown that Magic Merlin.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. That thing's been such a godsend.
And now you're back in the trenches.
We're back in the trenches.
Teach you something new.
Yeah, she's in the sleep sack and she's like doing Cirque du Soleil, like in the crib. It's crazy. She's doing flips. She's doing twists.
Or you get an exciting moment where you kind of go back and forth with whatever the drink is, like with whatever the bottle style or the cup style is. If you catch them in a good mood and you pretend to drink and you're like, you go, and see if they kind of follow up. That could be helpful.
Yeah, the show, monkey see, monkey do type thing.
Yep.
I was asking Jill about that with solids, and she was like, no, that's exactly what you don't do. I was like, oh, okay, well then fuck me. That's perfect. Terrible idea. Voicemail?
Let's get into voicemail. What runtime we at right now, Chef?
1:30.
Hour 30?
Wow.
Let's get going.
Let's get going, man.
Already broke our first rule.
Already broke our first rule. We have Jeremy Klump, director of digital here at Bussin' with the Boys. He was going to the zoo over the Christmas break. Unbeknownst to them, it was the crazy zoo Christmas light night.
Which, T's and P's for whatever we're about to hear. He kind of told me about it. And I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
that seems like a shit show. Took like 2 hours to get a couple miles?
Yeah.
And then when he got there, realized, it's all for the zoo. And you're walking in and everybody's shoulder to shoulder. Oh, my, buddy.
This is about to, what?
You got to abort mission.
So what I'm
You got to pick a fight with the wife. You got to abort mission.
what I'm looking at here, Will, not to scare you. I'm looking at time codes right now. I have 5 different voicemails, and they're all ranging from about, let's see, a minute. So we got about 5 minutes worth of content here. So let's buckle in.
Let's buckle in.
Let's get ready, and let's join Jeremy on this wild ride. Yeah, 30, 45 seconds.
Let's do it.
Boys, just giving you a call while we're currently in it. We are 0.8 miles away from the zoo. 0.8 miles away from the zoo. We have been stuck in traffic for 1 hour. 0.8 miles away from the zoo. Don't know why, but you know what? We're in it. There's people quitting. There's dads turning their cars around, not going to the zoo right now. Not us, right, kids? Right? Yeah, we're having fun. We're just sitting here, sitting in traffic. We're embracing the suck right now. It's been fun. And we're just trying to teach these kids life lessons that sometimes you'll be 0.8 miles away from the zoo to go look at Christmas lights the week after Christmas. But hey, that's life. That is life. Love you, boys.
What is the timestamps on there
Yeah.
are the time he called us. So if you could
Oh
read
my
out those
gosh.
timestamps from the time that he called us, because it's a journey.
Okay, that just hit me, and that makes this even funnier. And first voicemail was at 6:20. Let's check back in 37 minutes later with Jeremy Klump.
Boys, you're probably wondering, didn't you just call like 37 minutes ago? You're still not at the zoo? No, we are not at the zoo, boys. We are in it. We currently stopped at a gas station because the kids had to pee. We still got about 10 minutes to the zoo. We've been in the car for 2 hours. 2 hours, boys. And hey, that's what it's all about, right? Having fun, going to see some Christmas lights. Man, we're in it right now. And you know what? These are the best of the worst times, the worst of the best times. Love you, boys. Have fun.
Good.
This is 2 minutes later.
Boys, I thought I'd give one more call because we got a special guest here. JJ, say what's up.
We have been like stuck in for traffic for like forever, and the zoo's like so far away, and there's like people like taking forever.
Taking forever. Hey, but we're having fun, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So much traffic.
So much traffic, but hey, this is great, right?
Yeah.
Hey, love you, boys. We're having fun.
Oh my gosh. 4 minutes later.
All right, boys, we're calling back one more time. We are 0.5 miles away from the zoo, back in the car, on the road. Everyone went to the bathroom. It says 10 minutes. We are 10 minutes away from a 2-hour trip to the zoo.
Still?
You hear that? That is real, authentic reaction.
Like when we were that far away?
Yeah, bro, still. Yeah, crazy. But we're all having fun, right? Right, kids?
Yeah.
We're trying. We're having so much fun, boys. We are almost at the zoo. And, hey, love yous. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
We'll call you in 30 minutes when we're still not there. See you, boys.
Final call. This was 14 minutes later.
All right, boys, listen. We got to the zoo entrance. We just found out that this traffic is actually for the zoo. We got people walking into the zoo. A little fearful there's no parking spots, but we're going to make it work. We are currently in the entrance. Everyone having fun still?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but we are having the time of our lives, as Lindsay said. We're almost there. We're about to make a right into the entrance, but we are not in the parking lot yet. This is fun. 2 hours and 18 minutes we're at right now on our drive to the zoo. We live less than 30 minutes away from the zoo, let that be known. But we are almost there. We got traffic both ways entering the zoo. This is fun. Have a good night. We'll let you know. Hopefully there's parking.
Oh, God. I bet parking was a whole other beast.
Nightmare. He said it was packed, bro. He said he's walking to do the lights, and it was like shoulder to shoulder, like you were inside of a club, like a late night club.
The best part that he told me was that the in-laws, her parents, Lindsay's parents, left early enough to not hit the traffic, so they had to wait 2 hours for Jeremy and Lindsay and the kids to show up. And then the park was so crowded, they couldn't even find them. No cell reception. Couldn't find the kiddos. And they just called it quits and were like, we're out of here.
Good.
This is crazy.
Good, man. That sounds brutal.
I'm sure there are so many moms and dads having PTSD right now with just any type of.
He texted us too, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know what this traffic's for," and I didn't have the heart to text back. Like, it's for the zoo.
It's for the zoo.
He thought there was like an accident or something. He's like, "These guys are turning around. They don't get it. It was for the zoo."
I live off of Nolensville Pike. I'm like here in this area, so it is when summer hits and they start doing those summer kid day, whatever. Like the traffic's crazy even then. So I can only imagine. He probably could have parked at my house, walked from my house to the zoo, and he would have beat going and doing it in the car. Easy.
Gotta love Jeremy Klump. Congrats on baby number 3
Congrats
coming. Congrats on baby number 3 coming.
That's going to be so much fun, by the way, baby number 3.
Shouts to him, though, for keeping the kids' spirits up.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's very hard. I'm sure there's moments we didn't hear about.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't hear on the voicemail. But shouts to him for keeping the vibes up.
Shouts out. Also,
or even using weaponizing, hey, we're going to call in for the dads.
Yep.
Dad, we going to call again? You know what I mean? Like, let's get hype.
Oh, yeah. Also, huge dad hack from the Klumps. They have this wagon that they use for their youngest, Brady.
Yeah.
That thing, dude. That thing looks awesome. And the kids love it.
Yeah.
JJ's kind of at an age where like he's old enough to where he's like, hey, I don't really need the wagon. But he'll get tired and be like, hey, you know what? I might pop into the wagon for a little bit.
Let me get into the wagon. Pull me around.
Yeah.
I just rereading this text chain between it's all the producing guys and Jeremy in there. And it's rumors from the gas station crowd. The traffic is for the zoo. This could be devastating development if true. This is like, let me see. That was a, let's swipe over. That was a 708, 711. Boys, is there something happening at the zoo? 6 months later, traffic is to get to the zoo. Code red, boys. Code fucking red in all caps. Oh, no. And then we made it.
Oh, no.
Turned a shitty situation into a fun one.
He sure did.
That's when you got to embrace. You got to accept. If you're going to remain going to the zoo,
you just start laughing. You start laughing. It's part of the journey.
Yeah.
Well done. I have emails. Do you have emails?
I have. Yeah.
I can jump into my first one. This one is from Braden Moat. Braden writes in. Says,
let's do one each.
Let's do one each. This will be my only.
Gotta keep it under an hour.
I'll speed read as well. Braden says, what up, boys? It's Braden from California. Listener from day one of For the Dads and proud member of PT6 at 25 years old to our almost 6-month-old Scottie May. But boys, did I have a dad loss? It's first thing in the morning and baby's got a full diaper. Good. And guess who has to change it since mom's getting ready to leave the house for an appointment? Good. Doing my thing and getting the diaper off, and I set the shit-filled diaper somewhere I probably shouldn't have. And as soon as I did, it rolled over and it hit the top of her head. Good. God almighty. Get her wiped up and then run her over to the bath to clean her all up and wash her head 3 times. Boys, what a dad loss. Early day bath, good. But enough about me. I wanted to give a birthday shout out to a Milk Team Sixer, aka my beautiful and wonderful fiance, and the best mama to our baby girl. Happy birthday, sweetheart. You are the best mom, and we are both so lucky to have you and make the house a home. You make every day special and full of fun and memories, and we can't wait to make more with you every day. I love you, pretty lady, and hope your day is magical as you. Braden Moat.
Oh, that's sweet, Braden.
Let's go, Braden.
I like that. It just people using the show to get a message to their significant other.
Yeah.
To their partner in crime.
Yeah. Enjoy the shockwave, Braden.
Enjoy the shockwave. And
You
happy
earned it.
birthday.
You earned it.
You earned it, big dog. I got one here from Jason Quirk. Hey guys, new listener here. My wife is halfway through her pregnancy with her first child, a baby boy. Congratulations to you both.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started listening to For the Dads a few weeks ago. It has quickly become my favorite podcast, and I really appreciate what you're doing and the honesty you guys bring to conversations. I had a question that I think you'd have valuable insight on. I'm a retired professional boxer, and boxing was a huge part of my life for almost 20 years.
Hey, yo.
Like a lot of former athletes, I always envisioned myself teaching my son to box one day, hoping he might follow in my footsteps. Boxing taught me confidence, discipline, and how to enjoy the suck. It showed me that no matter what life throws at you, you can push through adversity and come out better on the other side. Now that I'm almost 37 and becoming a father, I find myself wrestling with something I never really questioned before, whether the lessons and accomplishments I gained from boxing outweigh the long-term risks, especially concussions. Will, as a former professional athlete, and Sherm, as a new dad, how do you guys feel about your kids playing contact sports? How do I balance wanting my son to be tough, confident, and resilient, able to handle adversity, while also wanting to protect them and keep them safe? I'd really appreciate hearing your thoughts. Thanks again for the show and everything you guys do. Jason, thank you for writing in, my friend. That's a great question.
Great question. One that I feel like you are more like tailored to answer, but I'll chime in.
Man, honestly, like it hasn't, since I have two daughters. It was a question I guess I thought about maybe before fatherhood. If I were to have a son, like Charles and I, the conversations are, about number 3, pouring in and trying to get a third. And again, I don't have a son, so it hasn't been something that I sit there and have wrestled with the way it seems like Jason is doing. But it's a great question. Come playing a physical sport, the way football's kind of trended with concussions and, when you should play tackle football and should you hold your son out until a certain age? Man, I think for me, all the stuff that he sits there and talks about where he says confidence, discipline, how to enjoy the suck, there is no substitute for learning those lessons, in my opinion. Oh my God, I thought somebody was ripping ass when that came.
That
I
was
don't know
loud.
if anybody heard that in the background.
That was loud.
Just muffler came by, and I thought Chef was back there ripping a fart in the middle of this answer. I think for me, knowing what football gave to me and what football taught me, I would very much be aware and have, empathy, I guess, on the physicality at a younger age. Like if my kid wasn't tough, I just know certain things will come through, whether it's the right teachings, having the right conversations with him, seeing him grow in the sport of football. But if this was a dude who watched football with me growing up and wanted to play football, I might be methodical about when he would start tackle football.
Yeah.
But if he wanted to play a sport that I loved and I know has given me so much throughout my life, and even in the back end where I think about, the brain damage, the stuff that is now coming out about brain damage, and seeing guys age and seeing, guys either spiral or go downhill. And those are things that I worry about. But I also think to myself, like, I would not, if I could go back in time and do it over again, I would do absolutely nothing differently.
Yeah.
With the way my mom and dad kind of raised me, with the way I learned the lessons through physical sports and through sports and football in particular, because it's such a team game. Like my brother Cody, he was a massive wrestler. I grew up wrestling until, I stopped wrestling like in high school. But there's just lessons that there is no substitute for that you get through sports, through competition, through you're the man in the arena.
Yeah.
Whether you're on a team sport or an individual sport, like you win and lose as a team. And then if you're in an individual sport, it's all on you.
Yeah.
So when you go out there, put the ankle bracelet on, whatever it is, the colored trunks, the gloves you got, the result will always be what you sit there and reflect on. And there's so many lessons that come in sport and in competition that I wouldn't shy away from my kids playing sports. Like if I had a boy, I wouldn't shy away from him playing football or tackle football. I might think about when he would start or how long he might play flag. But again, there is just absolutely no substitute for what you learn through sports. I think sports, and again, I'm biased, but I think sports is the best teacher for life because you're around so many different, you're around a melting pot of attitudes, of cultures, of just people that are different than you, people that have different skill sets, sizes, everything, speed. And you learn so many valuable lessons within the game.
Yeah.
So him wrestling with the idea of boxing is a striking sport. I feel like a lot more that you see the residual effects of something like boxing.
For sure.
To where you can still implement your kid in boxing.
Yeah.
But maybe there's a conversation where we'll work it to this point. Maybe when you become of age and you decide if this is the route you want to go on your own, you can do it on your own. You're not necessarily pushing that on them.
Yeah.
But as far as sparring, as far as training, as far as like, getting into things with headgear and everything like that, I don't know enough about boxing.
And all amateur, to your exact point, all amateur boxing is going to have headgear. And it's going to have very, very high ounce gloves. So the amateur stuff, I feel like there are a lot of safety precautions built in.
I would ask you, as someone who's played all levels of football, do you think that the risk to kids, and I know that we're not talking to any scientists, but a lot of kids won't make it past high school. That's just the nature of the game. Do you think that there's any risk up until high school? Of course there's risk anytime you're playing a contact sport, but isn't that the head injury stuff a lot more prevalent when you start making it to these really high levels of football where you're playing for a long, long period of time? If there's anything to that, have you noticed when you played, going from high school?
Oh, it's a way more violent game at each stage for sure. But I want to say there's research that comes out about even high school football players.
That's what I was just more curious than trying to make.
And
even
are you asking the
from a risk standpoint, someone who's played at every level, would you worry about it all? Your kid playing up until, let's say they only played until high school. I'm sure if you had a son, he would be a beast of an athlete and make it to the highest level, just like his dad. But let's say if there's a world where he only plays the high school, would you be beyond the worry of a freak accident or something, that very small chance happens? Would you be really concerned?
Concerned with him playing if he only played high school football?
Let's just say he made it up to high school and didn't go because just from what I've seen, I figure it's a lot more the risk goes a lot higher when you start making college and then
you're playing beyond high school. Yeah, for sure. Because it gets a lot more. I mean, it's more. The more you get to the NFL, the more you're closer to being a grown man, and the speed and strength and size at each level obviously gets bigger. I think if I'm hearing your question, he's just making it is there a risk factor when he's playing high school football?
Yeah, would you be concerned at all outside of the one-off crazy incident that you pray you never see in that sport, but just in general,
freak accidents happen all the time.
Yeah.
I think no matter what, if you're playing a physical game like football, like hockey, any physical sport, there's always freak accident situations that happen. That's thinking of that situation happening. That wouldn't lead my decision making, especially if my son loved the sport or if he wanted to play. I wouldn't be the dad that's pushing football on him. I would hope to mold that he might enjoy football and see it kind of the way I do and the fun that it always brought me playing in Little League and everything else. But no, it wouldn't lead my decision making. Just because, again, I grew up in it.
Yeah.
It's a sport that I love dearly. And I think the world of football.
I asked that to ask, maybe if there's parents out there who are thinking about that, or they never played, or, their kid wants to play and they're worried about serious head injury. As someone who's played the sport at all levels, that's something that maybe you could attest to, where it's like, I would.
Yeah, I don't think there's a wrong way to think about it. Like if somebody out of the fear or the risk that comes with football and they keep their kid out, I think there's no right way to go about it. I think that's their own prerogative and the own decisions that they make. I'm not saying they're wrong for thinking that way. Some take that small risk chance and think of the worst case scenario, and then they just think like, hey, it's not, this wouldn't be worth it. I don't want this happening.
Yeah.
And again, it's just not, I just, my world and my view of it is different, which is okay.
Well, and like I think the main takeaway that you said is the pros outweigh the cons, and the lessons that they will learn from any team sport. And if we're just talking freak accidents and injuries, that happens in any sport. I had a kid break
you get a freak accident driving the car.
A car, yes. There was a kid on our team that broke like 15 bones in his face in a soccer game, and crazy shit happens. All the stuff that you learn from playing team sports, or from peewee level to middle school to whatever, I couldn't agree more. Some of my favorite memories and some of my best life lessons come from the sports that I grew up playing. So
you look back and you're happy whenever, when my parents made me wrestle in high school, my junior year.
Yes.
And just, again, some of the lessons that you learn in sports. Like, I wanted to be good at football. I wanted to do what it takes to make it to each next level. When I was in high school, I wanted to be the kid that, came out of 8th grade. When I was a freshman, I wanted to play varsity, and I wanted to play at that level. So I would ask questions, or I would learn from coaches or the people around me on what it took. And some of those things, like, you don't want to do. It's like the sacrifice you make when you're waking up early in the morning in summertime and the boys are staying up late and hanging out and playing video games. Sometimes you partake in it, but you're waking up at 6 a.m. the next day to go into your summer workouts with football, and you're around the crew, you're around influence, you're around people who are better than you.
Or people that want to make you better.
Yeah, people that want to make you better.
Yeah.
And you're stacking days, and you learn over time. Like, Nick Saban I feel like he's the one who's coined the term, it takes what it takes.
Yeah.
And you just learn those fundamental values as you get older. It's like when I was in high school, first making the switch from white bread to wheat bread. But either way, then you learn about how to read a label. And if it's enriched bleached flour, you're like, oh, it's not even the fact of going white bread and wheat bread. I can't have the enriched bleached flour.
That's not
then
good
you learn
bread.
about, that's not good bread. And then you learn that all these other breads out there, they're not even that good for you. It's sourdough bread. Oh, the gluten-free bread. You continue to learn stuff throughout time that you're curious about, because you want to dial in everything through discipline and work ethic, and what's the 1% better that I can get this year. And I feel like those are things that sports teach you when you want to be good at sports.
Couldn't agree more. Any team mentality type activity, whether it's sports, scholastic team, like debate or theater or whatever, like when you're in a team environment, I think that's some of the best life lessons come out of that. So anything that's pro that, I'm pro that.
Yeah.
That's my stance.
It's actually, and Jason, appreciate the email and that question. It's going to be a question now that I think about and rack through my brain for probably the next week or so. I can always come back with a better answer, because I know a lot of parents think about that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's always a conversation like, hey, if you had a son, like, when would you allow him to play tackle football? And just in my brain, I'm just like, hey, as soon as he can play tackle football. The older I get, the more I think about it now that I have kids, and now that I'm getting older and getting more, I guess, rational, or thinking about those risks and things that come with it a little bit more. But no matter what, I just always default to, there is no substitute for what sports can teach you.
Yeah.
For life, for social skills, for discipline, hard work, just what it takes.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to make that team? This is what it's going to take.
Yeah.
You're not as good as the other kids. Here are the things that you're going to have to work on. There's a different wind that's going at that kid's sail. The wind might not blow as hard because genetically he's more gifted than you. That's okay.
Yeah.
But if you want to make the team, if you want to start on varsity, if you want to make the JV team, you want to make whatever it is, there's so many stories that you're able to pull, whether it's the Michael Jordan when he didn't make his basketball team, or you throwing a Rocky Balboa movie.
Oh, Rocky.
We're throwing a Rocky Balboa. There's just so much good storytelling and so many life lessons that you can learn just by accepting whatever your reality is and figuring out, this is the way I'm going to have to work if I want to get to X, if I want to get to to this point in life.
Yeah.
And not worrying about the comparables and everything else. And it helps you narrow your focus and hone in on things. And then whether you get there, you fail, you hit the result or the goal that you wanted, or you didn't, everything you learned fundamentally along the way, you know you're going to have to fall back on those fundamentals to get whatever the next thing is. Whenever you do come up short and fail, or whenever you do maximize or say hit your goal, it's always going to be a new goal that you try and attain to. And then you're going to go off the lessons you learned from, hey, coach was right, mom and dad were right, this influence in my life was right. Man, I'm really glad I skipped this and chose to do this instead. Now that I look back, I'm very grateful and appreciative for the sacrifices I made to get to this point. If I go back and change something a little bit different at this point in time, I now know that valuable lesson on the next kid that I'm talking to and can now give that feedback to him on, hey, learn from me, be better than me. So what parents think when they're coming up with their kids, they want them to be better versions of themselves.
Yeah.
And so they always pull from these experiences or examples from where they fell in life or where they didn't do well in life, or maybe they had success in life and you got to figure out some way to where you don't come off as a know-it-all parent, but find a way to communicate with your kid. Like they might be able to retain this the same way I do. Or you're going into parent, hey, do I think I'm going to be a good dad? Because, man, I had a shit household growing up. And no disrespect to my mom and dad out there or my dad, whoever raised me. Who knows if I have the tools necessary to be a successful parent or be a parent that I would want to be in life. Well, step one, you know what you don't want to be, which is a great starting point.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to pull from all of those lessons. And then when the time comes, you'll be able to, again, teach downward, teach the next generation, teach the next group. Pick everybody's brain around you who does have parents, and you might be in a sticky spot. Why we have For the Dads, you sit there and learn lessons and you hear stories and you hear everybody have and share their experiences of parenthood, because we all know it's sucky a lot of the times, but there's so many highs that come from it that when you look back on, you're like, man, I'm glad I embraced the suck in this moment, like hearing Klump on that voicemail. Or you might have handled that a lot differently. And you look back on, you're like, man, I should have done a much better job here. I should have had a much better attitude when my wife was hounding me about becoming old Willie One Shelf in that moment.
Yeah.
There's your lesson of the week.
There's your lesson.
There's the lesson.
Hey, there's the lesson. I just retweet everything that you said. I mean, I'm in full agreement, dude. Huge fan of sports, huge fan of self-improvement, huge fan of challenging yourself. I think the pros outweigh the cons.
Yeah.
Good
sewed.
Sue me. Good sewed.
Sue us.
I had a life lesson.
Good, you hit it.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
I was going to say I have a quote too. I can just do the quote.
Get the quote.
Okay.
Hit the quote. Life's a cliche, man.
Life's a cliche.
You're stuck somewhere, go find a quote or a cliche or a lesson. I promise you there's stuff out there.
Life's a garden. Dig it.
Dig it.
Joe Dirt. My quote is, pain is nothing compared to what it feels like to quit. You know who said that?
Give me a hint.
We were talking about him the other day.
Ben Franklin.
No, we're talking about him on the bus.
Dan Gable.
Dan Gable.
Dan Gable.
That one comes from Dan Gable. Oh, God.
I was telling Sherm too. Do you know who Dan Gable is? Do you know who Dan Gable is? This generation and this next generation is lost, man. You don't know who Dan Gable is.
Eric's like 4 years younger.
Do what?
Eric's like,
I didn't wrestle.
He missed the cut.
I didn't wrestle.
He missed the cut. He doesn't know who Dan Gable is. Famous Iowa Hawkeye head coach. Wrestled at Iowa State. On the Mount Rushmore of wrestling.
If you don't know Dan Gable, hey, I fell into a conversation with a friend that's from Iowa and wrestles a bunch. And he told me to bring up that name to you. And that's why I was doing it yesterday. Because he was like, oh, bro, his juices will start flowing, dude. He knows Dan Gable. he knows Dan Gable.
When we got into wrestling young, and again, my brother Cody, he was a stud at it. My dad, similar to, I'm sure, Jason Quirk, where he's pulling, when his son becomes of age, I'm sure he'll be having him watch all these tapes of whether it be Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, like all these studs. Maybe his old man, he's showing tapes of him. But my dad would order all the VHS teaching tapes of Dan Gable.
Oh.
And we just sit in there, he'd pop it in the VCR before we go to practice, implementing some of these practice techniques. He had a little mat that we could roll out.
Oh, yeah, baby.
And we watched Dan Gable teach the sport of wrestling to us.
For any PT sickos out there, they're also football sickos. Dan Gable's like if Nick Saban and Bear Bryant combined their dynasties and had a baby. Like the guy,
Yeah.
it sounded like he pretty much dominated the sport for almost like 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
But
Where the wrestling sickos out there, they're pointing at the TV right now or in the audio, banging their steering wheel.
boy.
Yeah, these boys don't know Dan Gable. Get them out. Get them out. And all of the concussion and brain talk, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Again, I have a different, I guess, perspective of football. And my mentality was always different. I personally always thought it'd be an honorable death to go out on the football field.
Yeah. And
In that time frame. Now, I'm like, I don't know. I don't connect with that guy as much anymore.
I grew up in a small community in Alito, Texas, where if the 6-year-old wasn't out there in full pads, like bobblehead, like what's your kid doing?
Yeah.
Like,
What's your kid doing?
Is he okay?
Like I'm at a point to
what's
where
going on?
like I smile and feel like I get to live through Cam Scattaboo videos.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, that kid loves ball. He loves putting his face in the fan. Take your trash out. We love
Hey,
you.
great sub.
Hey, great so. PT Sickos out. We'll see you next week.
Happy retirement, Dad. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Traffic sucks, but salute. Congratulations. Holy cow!
Sicko Steve, hanging out with the kiddo, making up games, saying mama's working and we gotta make up games with not our toys but boxes, right baby? Yeah, for the dad's hat, I got so many. What? Can you say for the dads? Can you say for the dads? Yeah, that's right, kiddo. Good job. Say PT6. That's right. Shout out to the boys. Thanks for all you do. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good job.
Bye-bye.